I gave you my heart.
Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn decimals. Decimals can be defined as a number whose whole number part and fractional part are separated by a decimal point. Now you must be wondering, why do we require decimals? Well, we require decimals because they represent the amount between two whole numbers. Now let me tell you some incidents where I encountered decimals in my daily life.
It is such an amazing book, but how much does it cost? Oh, it cost 8.99 pounds. But what is 0.99? I wonder. Let's see what is mom's weight. 55.3. What's 0.3? Hey, I took only 0.40 minutes. Wait, what is 0.40?
You saw, we encountered decimals in our daily life. Only we do not observe it way too closely, but they are super important. Now let us recall the decimal place value chart that we had learned in the earlier classes. This is the decimal place value chart. Here, on the left side of the decimal point, we have ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000 and lakh. And on the right side of the decimal point, we have tens, hundreds, thousands and 10,000s. Now, let me tell you some examples. This number will be read as 2,87,654.0284. Let me give you another example. This number will be read as 3,46,543.2123. After the decimal point, you should not read any number as 2123. That will be completely wrong. These should be read as separate digits. So the two numbers we did was 2,87,654.0284 and the second number is 3,46,543.2123. Now let us put commas after 3 digits and then after 2 digits because this is according to the Indian number system. Now to the right of the decimal point we have this tens, hundreds, thousands and 10,000s. Here do not do the mistake of writing it as TENS. That is completely wrong. The spelling of these ones will be ending with THS, which is tenths, hundredths, thousandths and 10,000ths. Now let us move on to the comparison of decimals. While comparing decimals, you have to first see the whole numbers. So let us take the first example, which is 42, and here we have 423. I am just seeing the whole numbers right now, and here you can obviously tell that 423 is greater than 42. So this number, which is 423.95, is greater than 42.875. Next example, 42.875 and 42.395. Here we can see that the whole numbers are same. Next, we move on to the decimal places. While seeing the decimal places, you have to start with the leftmost digit and then move on to the right side. So here we have 8 and here we have 3. We are starting with the leftmost digit, remember this. So 8 and 3, and now you can tell 8 is greater than 3 and therefore 42.875 is greater than 42.395. Let us move on to the next example. 42.875 and 42.879. Here we see the whole number first, both are same. Then we see the first decimal place, the leftmost decimal place, both are same. Then next, both are same. But the last digit, here it is 5 and here it is 9. So you can tell simply that 9 is greater than 5 and therefore 42.879 is greater than 42.875. Now let us move on to addition of decimals. Here I have an example. You just have to add it like normal whole numbers. So let us solve this. 28.02 plus 93.5. Here you have to write the second number just below the first number. The decimal points should coincide. And here we have an empty space. You can fill it up with a 0. Now just add it normally. Plus 9, which is 12. So we get the answer as 121.52, and that's how simple addition of decimals is. Now let's do subtraction of decimals. This also is to be done just like whole numbers. So here I have an example. 866.341 minus 23.48. Here, whichever blank space is there, you can fill it up with a 0. Now let us subtract. You can even take the carry. As a result, we get 842.861. Now let us move on to the multiplication of decimals. Here I have two examples for you. Let us solve the first one. The first step is to multiply them just like normal whole numbers, ignoring the decimal points. So basically, here we have the decimal points. So you can just ignore them. Okay, you can take it as 377 into 28. We get 10556. Now here there's a catch. You have to count the number of digits in total after the decimal point. So here we have one number and two number. You have to add the number of digits after the decimal point. So here in 3.77 we have 2 digits after the decimal point, and here in 2.8 we have 1 digit after the decimal point. So we have to do 2 plus 1, which is 3, and shift the decimal point in the answer by 3 digits. So 1, 2 and 3, and that's where our decimal point will come. So the answer will be 10.556. Now let us solve the second example. 0.75 into 24. We get 1800. Now, as I told you earlier, so you have to see the numbers after the decimal point. Here we do not have any digit after the decimal point, right? Only in this number we have. So that will be 75, which are 2 digits. So we have to shift it by 2 digits. So we get 18.00, which is nothing but 18. And that is how simple multiplication of decimals is. Now let us move on to the division of decimals. So here I have 2 examples for you. Let us start with the first one. Here you have to divide it like normal whole numbers. 8 doesn't go to 4, so we have to take 0. And now we are taking 1 down, right? Here in between we have the decimal point. So we have to put the decimal point above as well. When when we take a digit after the decimal point down, we have to put the decimal point in the quotient. Okay, here we have 41, 8 5s are 40, 8 2s are 16. Here we get 0.52 and that is the solution. Let us move on to the second example. 5 1s are 5. Here we are taking 8 down, which is after the decimal point. So we have to put the decimal point in the quotient. 18, 5, 3s are 15. 5, 7s are 35. So this is the solution. That is how simple division of decimals is. Now let me tell you a method. If you are multiplying any decimal number with any of these numbers, which is 10, 100, 1000, etc., then there is a shortcut method, which is when you are multiplying it by 10. So here we have 1 0, then the decimal point will shift to the right side by 1 digit. So here it is 6.7281. When it shifts 1 digit ahead, it will become 67.281 because it has shifted 1 digit. Here we have 2 zeros, so it will shift 2 digits. So it will come here, then go here. So it will become 672.81. Next we have 3 zeros, so it will shift to 3 digits to the right. 1, 2 and 3. So we will get 6728.1. Next we have 4 zeros, so it will shift 4 digits to the right and it will become 67281.0. And that is how you multiply by 10, 100, 1000, etc. Now let us see division of decimal numbers by 10, 100, 1000, etc. Just now we saw how to multiply it by 10, 100, 1000, etc. So we shifted the decimal point to the right. We have to do just the opposite while dividing. We have to shift the decimal point to the left by 1 digit. As many zeros are there, those many digits we have to shift. So here we have 10 in 10. So we have to shift the decimal point 1 digit. So we will get 251.0. Next, here we have 2 zeros. So we have to shift the decimal point by 2 digits, 1 and 2. So here we will get 25.10. Next, here we have 3 zeros. So 1, 2 and 3. So here we will get 2.510. And here we have 4 zeros. So we'll shift it by 4 digits, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And here we'll get 0.2510. And that is how we divide by 10, 100, 1000, etc. Hope you understood decimals. If any queries are there, do not forget to post it in the comment section. And lastly, do not forget to like, comment and subscribe to our channel, Miss Trailblazer, for more fun, exciting and learning content. Bye!